Starting with the tools you'll need, you'll probably want a pipe cutter or a hacksaw. There's a small pipe cutter. I like the big one because it cuts really straight. You're going to need primer and PVC cement. Make sure they're not outdated and clumpy or anything like that, or they won't work well. You might want a tape measure to measure your pipes. For fittings, in 1/2 inch you'll need a female adapter, a T, an elbow, and for 1.5 inch fittings you'll need a bushing that goes from 1.5 to 1/2 inch, no threads, a coupling, an end cap, and for your chamber it's about 1 foot of 1.5 inch. For 1/2 inch pipe you'll need 4 little pieces, and these are all about 1.5 inches long, and they're to connect the female adapter and the T, the elbow and the T in the chamber, and the elbow in the valve. The valve is a 1/2 inch ball valve. I chose schedule 80 because it opens really quickly, and it has threads on it so I can use interchangeable barrels. To attach it to the chamber you need a male adapter, but you can also use a ball valve that doesn't have threads and you won't need the male adapter, but then you'll have to cement your barrel into the valve, and I like interchangeable barrels, so I chose the threaded way. For a fill valve you're going to need a bushing. I chose a brass 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. It's going to go in the female adapter. From there you can use a threaded bike valve, also known as a shrader valve. This one's 1/4 inch, so I don't need any more fittings to get it into the gun. This one's 1/8 inch, so I would need another bushing to get it to 1/4 inch. So I recommend getting a 1/4 inch one. It'll save you another fitting. Now what you want to do is start to assemble your gun. Just lightly push in the fittings to the pieces of pipe. Don't do it too tight or it'll be really hard to get out when you go to glue them. So this is what mine is going to look like. Alright, we're going to go glue it together. You probably want to do this outside. Alright, I'm going to start by gluing the chamber. Take the cap off. Open the primer. And apply the primer to about 1 inch. A little bit more than 1 inch of the end of the pipe. Make sure it stains the pipe a nice dark purple. And now do the cap. A little bit more on the chamber. Now for the glue, you don't want to put it on too thick. Just a nice layer. A little bit on the inside of the cap. Now when you push it in, turn it halfway across and then hold it in. Want to make sure it stays in. This is what it should look like. So once you finish gluing all your parts together, it's going to look like this. You apply Teflon tape to your threaded parts and tighten them up so you can see the Teflon tape in there, in between those parts. So this is the fill valve, and I also put Teflon tape on this joint because I used a threaded ball valve, so I had to use a male adapter. So the chamber should look like that. All the little pieces of 1/2-inch pipe are in between here, 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 and there. And once again, you can see how close cut they are. Now for the barrel, I just cut a 3-foot piece of 1/2-inch PVC. And that'll screw right into the threads of my valve. I put a male adapter on the barrel because my valve is threaded. If you don't use a threaded valve, you don't need the male adapter. You can just friction fit it into the ball valve. So to use it, you want to connect your air source to the bike tire valve. It can be an air compressor, bike pump, whatever you want to use to fill it up is fine, as long as you don't use more than 120 psi. If you go over 120 psi, you're pushing the limits. The pipe is rated to 330, but you need a big safety factor when you're working with this because PVC is brittle, and if you hit on anything, it'll shatter and it'll dig into your skin, and then you'll have problems. So just be careful if you build one. And you screw the barrel into the valve. And then to fire it, obviously you open the ball valve. I chose one that pops really good. You only have to push it a little bit and then it'll go open really easily. So I suggest you try to use one that's easy to open. The ones at Home Depot, the white ones with the red handle, are really hard to open, so I don't suggest you use those. I got this one at the hardware store. It's Schedule 80 and it's rated to 150 psi and it's really easy to open. I also like the blue handle on it. So okay, now I will demonstrate shooting it. The targets are 3 water-filled containers. The projectiles are 2 batteries, a dart, and a tape-wrapped metal bar. I'm going to use my bike pump to fill it. So here we go. Okay. Now we'll drop in a battery. And a miss. Now we'll try shooting a dart. Alright, this is 100 psi. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and shoot that orange juice container. My gun's on 120 psi and we're shooting the metal bar. Nice. Oh, we missed the orange juice container. I did hit this though. No damage to the bullet though, so we can reuse it. We're gonna shoot for this again. Alright, 120 psi, shooting the orange juice container with the metal bar. Missed the container again. Oh, embedded in a fence. Yeah, I can't get that out. Alright, since I can't get the metal bar out, we're gonna shoot the battery. Once again, 120 PSI max on this gun. If you decide to go higher, it's not my fault when you die. There we go. Nice shot. Alright, I hope I covered everything you need to know to build yourself an air gun. But if you need any help, any info, you can just leave a comment and I'll be glad to help you out. So if you do decide to build one, be safe, be careful, and have fun. Thanks for watching.